The views expressed in this podcast are the views of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of Zalusa Arts.
All right. We're back to the Listum Podcast, episode 11. We're finally in the teens. Wait, that doesn't make any sense, right? I said, okay, when you're 11, are you a teenager?
No.
For real? Okay, I said, let's start this. Let's start this over. Nah, y'all niggas can. No, it's not. That's whack content.
That's why we're channeling the team.
After
10 years.
I said, nah, you know, okay, nah,
11.
I'm not gonna say shit.
Man up, bro. We all make mistakes, bro.
Oh, shit. I got a phone call. All right, welcome to the Listum Podcast, episode 11.
No, we're not going to let you have that.
Yeah, welcome to I'm your host. My name is Mac. We've got OT in the building, Mr. OT.
Where to go to that section?
Oh, shit, for real? Nah, like, I don't think it was this energetic, bro. I didn't feel it.
11.
I didn't feel it in the room. I said, we've already taken up too much time. Let's just like get into it and start.
Episode 11, yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's been dope. Good experiences. Some good, some bad. I really liked last week's episode where we got to like, you know, review everything and just remember and reflect on everything. Yeah. But yeah, Easter weekend is upon us. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Why are you celebrating Jesus' death, bro?
Nah, because he resurrected in the end.
All right, cool.
Happy ending.
All right, that's cool. But like, so like mad spoilers, eh? But anyway, all right.
That's what happens when you don't read the book.
Yeah.
I mean, there are kids. I mean, who are maybe more 4 or 5 who didn't know, like that he resurrected. What? Yeah, spoilers. So, yeah, Mac, what's up?
Yeah, man. So, do you guys have anything planned? I know there's the big festival this weekend, right? AKA is coming, Nasty C is coming, but it's in Blanta. And are you guys going? What do you guys think? What are your plans? It's a long ass weekend. It's like 4 days of just chilling.
Yeah, man. Being a 9 to 5 nigga, I just like I feel like it's ill placed. Like the dates and like what actually needs to be invested into like having fun at this festival. I feel like
What are the dates?
It's 22. It's the 22nd. As in the
Payday.
payday. It's like a week before payday. So it's I point out a cup. How about you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta for the weekend, but not for the festival. Yeah, I might be there, but nah, that's not my primary goal.
So what's your primary goal?
Well, yeah.
Oh, 420.
It's
What? No, say that again.
It's 420 this weekend, right? The dates.
Yeah.
So
How about our listeners who don't know what 420 is?
420. I don't know why it means. For some reason, it's like code for like it's time to get high.
Can you explain that?
I don't know why exactly.
There's no real story behind it, but the rumor has it that there was this group of friends back in the day in the States, and they wanted to have a place where they could link up and smoke up. So they gave each other the time of 420 to meet at a certain spot. So that just became a thing. But that's like unconfirmed. So no one really knows, but it's accepted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Was it like AM or PM? Like where do I join? Like how if I wanted to like, you know, get into the smoking section or whatever y'all call each other. Like how do you do that?
You think guys who smoke call each other the smoking section? Is that what you just said?
That's a nice dope ass name. Like yo,
What do you call yourself if you drink?
I'm a drunkard. All right. Okay. So you guys clearly have no like. Only Miko has proper Easter plans, right?
Solid plans.
Yeah, like that's proper solid, man. Big up. I'm just planning to chill. Honestly, my car broke down last week, so I can't move much.
What happened?
Huh? I don't know, man. Something about the clutch. For us people that still drive stick, it's a problem apparently. But yeah, I wanted to go to church. And then because like there's hella like activities in the Catholic Church around this time. But then I heard that like you have one that starts at 6 p.m. and ends at around 12 midnight. And I was like, can't even watch a movie for that long, bro. Like, that's a long time, bro.
Yeah.
And then there's the long walk where you have to walk from like Area 47 to Ntandile. And I was also like, aish, Lord. But yeah, man, maybe I'll change my mind. So yeah, should we start with the topics? Yes. All right, cool. So it's like I was thinking about the long weekend item, right? And how like I can't go anywhere, right? But if I could, it's a long weekend. I would want to be able to like flex and stuff because, you know, it's a time to have a good time, I think, if you can. But a lot of my friends that are my age, mostly girls, still have curfew, bruh. So I can't always like necessarily hang out with the people I want to hang out with all the time. And it's like, yo, guys, grow the fuck up. Like, what's going on? Why do people still have curfew, bruh, at this age, I say? Because, I mean, what, legal age is like 18 or some shit like that, where you can do your own things.
As long as you're under my roof and eating my food, you're gonna come when I tell you to come.
It's just about the parents.
That's the reason.
In the end.
Yeah.
Some parents are, free. But I think it's harder for girls because there's a lot more at stake for like if your daughter's like always out late, it might seem some type of way, if it's a guy, it's like, whatever. So I think definitely it's harder for girls, but then for a guy, although I do know some guys who still have weird curfews. There's this guy who actually doesn't have a curfew, but he's not allowed to not come home. So he can come home at like 5, but he's not allowed to not sleep. Like if he's not allowed to sleep somewhere else, which is a bit like what's going on here. So yeah.
I think that could be problematic because if you're not allowed to sleep at home, you're not allowed not to sleep at home because sometimes it could be better to like sleep where you're at. Because for example, let's say we're sitting here, exactly. So if for by any means you have to get home, but then you're like wasted and shit, like it'll get worse. If for example, if you're driving, worse than
maybe his parents don't expect him to be like too wasted. They think it's just like chilling at a game night somewhere. They don't know. But okay, look, Akulu brought up a point about how like parents are kind of trying to be protective to like their daughters. They want them back home in time. I mean, I guess it's a cruel world out there. But look, you've raised this person, right? You've raised them in the best of your ability or whatever. I think that there needs to be an age or a time where now you can trust them to make the right decisions and do the right things. Because I think there might be a problem in like boxing them in as well, yeah?
Yeah, but I think, you can raise your child right, but it's other people, So it's like most people are not getting themselves into trouble, but trouble finds them. So it's the fear of the other people who may have not been raised right.
I think just to like go on with what Mac was saying, I think it helps if you actually say I trust you.
Yeah.
And then I trust you to go. You're gonna go out. Okay, it's fine. I trust you. Don't do anything or something like that.
Yeah.
As compared to
like
trying to box them in and then they try to like sneak out or lie to say I'm going to this night of prayer and then they go out
strict
based
parents make
on that.
sneaky kids.
Yeah. So I feel like it's better if you actually allow them to say you can go out, but then I trust you something. You give them some sort of responsibility. So even when they're out, they have that to say, okay, I mean, I don't got trusted. I have to like act right. Instead, when they go there in a space where I've sneaked out, so I have to do everything because I won't get to do this again. Yeah.
What if now imagine yourself as the parent, you know that your kid is fucked up. Like, how do you handle that? Godi, if I let this nigga get out, she's gonna do some fucked up shit. Yeah. How do you handle that?
I think you just have to come to an understanding with your parents. It's like even I believe like when you mess up at home and your parents find out, like you have to talk about it. You have to see some measures. So as a parent, you don't want to overreact. Because that will force them to spiral down or spiral whatever. But you come to an understanding. You're like, okay, this is what you're about. Well, this is what you're doing. This is what I'm about. So how are we gonna resolve this?
Yeah, and also it's not necessarily answering your question, but then I'm just thinking that a lot of parents have fucked up kids. like, but they don't know because they're fucked up, like behind closed doors, and to their parents, they're angels. So I think that in a way, you could like that's a good thing that they know that they're fucked up, and then they could take I don't know, they could take measures to make their relationship work over a parent that has no idea, you know, and they introduce them to like their friends, like, yeah, my kid is just is doing great, but they don't know the I said, yeah, bro,
yeah, just to add on, I feel like it helps when with the child you're open to them. Let's say because you're saying they're fucked up, but then to actually reason with them to say what you're doing, it's not like it's wrong. Because like I'll give an example when I first came home drunk. Like this was like after during gap year, after like MSc, and I came home drunk and the doors closed because like the help had gone to get something. So I just like stayed at on the door, and then the next thing I remember was I was in my bed, shoes still on, like around 3 a.m. So I don't remember like the whole time what happened there, but then like what I was expecting was like I would get like
ass whooping.
an ass whooping, ass whooping verbally. Yeah. But then what happened? I was very surprised. But like my dad was like, "Hey, like okay, that sort of like relationship, like it helps to say if like they did something wrong, because that was my first time drinking and it was punch, chan chan, eh? And then when you are met with a whole not judgmental, you just say, okay, what happened? Chan chan is easy. Osamamwa. When it comes from that sort of environment, as compared to saying, you grounded was yeah, it helps to like be more understanding and sort of things like this.
Yeah. My first experience with like being lit and then interacting with my parents, it was my mom. And I could tell Goody, I was trying to talk to her, trying to play it cool, and I could tell Goody, this is weird, you know? But then she never talked to me about it. She never acknowledged. I still, to this day, I don't know if she knew I was lit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to feel about. I don't know what I'd do. Like I know this nigga's high and shit, but should I tell her? Should I react, or should I just let it be? You know, I don't know.
I think for the parent, it's hard. For the child, it's also hard, you know?
Yeah. You know, it's hard when like you're lit and you're trying to act not lit. That's it. When your parents are there, you're trying to act like, you know, you're straight. And then that's when your stacker starts to kick in and you're like, ah, shit.
It's a slur when you're talking. It's a slur. It's a slur.
I
on
remember,
the phone even. I was like,
I remember my parents.
One time I was at school and I was like, they were like, it was a Wednesday and you know, tell you mention at school you're like, hey, you're getting high on a Wednesday. And I was talking to my moms. I was like, I actually won't notice. I went outside and away from the music, and I'm talking to her. And I was like, boss, what is it? I was like, no,
I'm just tired.
I'm just tired. Nah, it's a slur. I like it's a slur in the words. And then I couldn't even notice it, but then apparently that keeps
the tongue is heavy.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so you talked about school, right? And then it's funny how I think most kids in Malawi like end up going through the boarding school environment. So boarding school, the uni is like boarding as well. Yeah. So I feel like, look, dude, you sent your kid out, because I'm talking about our age, and most of us guys is like after uni, right? Yeah. So I'm saying like, look, you trusted them that far. From first year to like fourth year, they could go, they had their own room, they could go to their room at whatever time and all of that. And they went through that experience where they're totally independent and they're still out here kicking it. You know, they're making careers or whatever. Yeah. And now they're back at their parents' home and they have curfew. It's like, isn't that a little confusing?
I think two things. One is that whole, they trusted the kid that they were not maybe staying out that late. That's one. Two, I think the whole under my roof thing is very literal, you know? Where I've heard of people saying, my parents said, you know, with those friends that you do it with or whatever. So when you're not literally under your parents' roof, I think maybe they give less of a fuck. But when you're actually living there and eating, you know, off their labor, then, you know, they care a little more.
Also, I think it's hard to allow to like see your child growing up, like to just let them go. Yeah, now they're a grown person. I don't have that much hold over them. I think it's hard to sort of allow. So you start, you know, exerting all these pressures on them that aren't really. You start overreacting over things because you just want them, to be your baby.
You're scared of losing them.
Yeah, you're afraid of losing them. I can't relate though, so
Yeah, shout out to Akulu's mom, because like last time we are drinking at Akulu's place, she's like, "Yeah, you guys are just drinking without food," and then she like served us like some dope food. She's like, "Nah, don't drink on an empty stomach, boys." Chan chan, and we're like, "Yeah, that's how it should be. That's some dope support right there."
Those are the best.
Yeah,
Actually, even goes just to add on to that. Like your first introduction to alcohol, I think it's best if it's at home. To say like if you're gonna drink eventually, like okay, maybe you're not, but I'm saying like for most, I think most kids, like if they're going out to college, Johnny, their first feeling of like being drunk, I feel like it helps if it's at home.
yeah,
Because at least you get that experience. Then you're taken care of. It's like in the morning you wake up. If you're drinking together, even if it was like a family function,
Family.
yeah, a family function.
My family. That's like
Yeah. So yeah, I think it helps if it's the first time. Okay, well then, like
I get that. I think also, okay, I don't know about like your first introduction to alcohol should be with your parents. I don't know about that, but I know that like in my experience, it's been my first interaction was with my friends, but then at some point, my parents acknowledged that you're old enough. Here's a bottle of wine. And with your little brother, go in. That's dope. That's like okay, now we're cool.
Yeah, it shouldn't be good. Yeah.
Just at some point there should be.
Yeah, not with as in with them, but then at least in a space where
they're around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also a shout out to Akulu's parents again, because they also gave him a Malawi gin hat, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
I met Akulu's dad the other day in Steers, man.
Yeah.
He had the best dad jokes I've heard.
All right, so okay, like that's funny. Speaking of like dads, like imagine if like he was on Twitter with this with this energy. Like what type of like Twitter person would he be like? Like what the fuck could he be saying?
I don't know, but he has started because he used to be a writer, so he has started now getting into Facebook. So the thing, my parents did this thing where they were on Facebook, but then they had these like weird names, and then like the TP was like a tree, so no one would know. But now recently, I've noticed that okay, now they're proper putting their pictures, like their real names. I'm like, what's going on? And then my dad posted on the family group. They're like, I want to get back into writing, and I'm testing out my writing on the Facebook fans. I'm like, man, these niggas, I don't trust these things. So now he's hammering, the long posts. They're very poetic, very, it's very deep stuff. So it's cool, I guess my dad is kind of woke, so it works for them. But I know some parents just can't. Like I know my mom can't, like statuses and stuff.
Yeah. Same with my mom. Like she's anti-Facebook. Like she's just not about it. Any other social media platform, she's cool, but just not Facebook. And I think Facebook is now for the old people. Like
It's now for the old people.
Yeah, like a lot of people that I know are on Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp. Facebook is one of those things. It's for like friends and family.
Okay.
It's like for an old, like it's a controlled space. It's very. Some people still wilding on Facebook, but it's mostly.
So what would she be like on Twitter?
The mom?
Yeah, if she was on, or like okay, if she was younger or whatever. Like I
think
know.
she'd be the person who like wouldn't comment on posts, but DMs people.
That's crazy.
If my mom was on Twitter, you guys would have closed this podcast. After episode 8, like,
should have cancelled it.
Hey, you canceled it. Like, hey, but my mom,
I think my mom would probably be like sharing verses. I think she'll be sharing verses or something. My dad would probably just be like retweeting Manu shit. Because like this one time I'm chilling with him when on WhatsApp, and I realized that this dude has like one of those DPs where all you have is, I think it's some picture that I've seen around a couple of times where it's like someone's bedroom and everything is Manu, bro. Like the pillows, the bed covers, everything is Manu. And I'm like, dude, where'd you even get this to put as your DP, bro? But yeah, it's like this nigga said.
But that was a good one. Like, what would our parents be on Twitter? I think my mom would also be someone sharing verses. And she'd be, that those accounts that just retweet jokes.
Yeah.
I think she'd be definitely. I think my dad would be the person. Yeah. I think my dad would be the person who's like commenting on all the. You know, there are those serious people who comment on the news articles, the news tweets.
be woke.
Yeah, woke. You know, no one really pays attention to those people, but yeah, I think he'd be in woke Twitter.
My dad, I think he'll just be watching. Like he's an observer, you know. Like when he speaks, he's one of those people who would hammer like one tweet a month, but it'd be get hella retweets. Yeah, one of those.
My dad, like Mac's dad, it's like football. Like, hey, Liverpool, I want to be that foot. Like, right now it has been like, this means more.
That's dope, bro. Yeah, man. I think that, like, I just wish there was a space where they got introduced to some of these things properly, where it's like, because I seen how my mom was kind of forced to get on Facebook, and I know she wasn't really feeling it, but then she also wasn't feeling the idea, because she had to like get in the public thing. It's like, what is it? Public person? What the fuck is the word? When
that's it.
Public figure account, and then she needed people to be like hammering for her, and she wasn't feeling the idea of someone else writing about her views. You know what I mean? Like, cause then what if they get it wrong? What if it's not? Cause she's like a perfectionist. She wants everything like to the like that quality.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, bro. Actually, I got a lot of heat just from
what
like.
What does it explain?
This guy's a perfectionist, and you talked about that. Yeah.
What do you mean I've talked about that?
What do you mean?
You talked about how like once you start doing something, you can't stop. Like you just have to finish it. It has to be perfect and all that shit. Yeah, which explains that.
Yeah, bro. Like I got like some bad energy from her because I was trying to make the t-shirts. And then there's a little mistake and like, you know, but then for me, it's like, see, I'm not even to that level of perfectionism because for me, it's like, this is free. It's going to be handed out to a bunch of people. They're not going to be looking at that.
Look at the details.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But
it's
she's like, nah, man, throw that shit away. She's like, nah, we're not doing
throw
it.
It away?
Yeah. She's like, I'd rather give them good quality than give them like bad. I'd rather not give them anything.
I said, you know how like with campaign, you can even like just give a plain blue tea or
she's
a
like,
color
nah,
tea.
man.
You can't, hey, shy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
One of
that's crazy.
perfectionists makes me a bit obsessive.
Yo.
Swinging, man. Keep swinging.
Hey, damn, bro.
So aggressive to the mic.
Yeah, just keep swinging, bro.
He's just looking for something to punch.
Yeah. Hopefully, like, he'll swing at your face and then, like, it'll smack you upside your head.
Hopefully.
That's what, no, hopefully for him. That's what he's hoping for.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I feel like you want to see that.
I mean, like, low-key, don't you want to see that?
It would be funny, but no.
All right. All right, yo, did you guys check out Game of Thrones? Someone told me that that we should have a spoiler alert, but I think that by the time this hits you, y'all, if you really watch Game of Thrones, y'all should have already seen this, right?
Yeah, but then still, like courtesy, you have to say spoiler alert before.
Dust. Are you gonna put some explosions here?
All right, so yeah, spoiler alert. Season 8, episode 1 drops on Monday in the AMs.
Drops.
It dropped.
You said drops.
Dropped.
Anyway, but it's been chill.
Anyway, season 8 dropped on Monday this week. It was. What do you guys think about it? First of all, I personally think it was a little flat. I think they were wasting a lot of time. There were a lot of like long scenes for nothing. Like, you know, when they were coming back to Winterfell or whatever, I think that was like really long. The riding of dragons. I think they were trying to like extend a bunch of shit. And I don't want that because it's the last season. I want to see it all, like all the actions and stuff. Like, don't waste my time with like long ass Nollywood scenes.
No, I kind of enjoyed it because I got this whole like, you saw this, from that, and it's like a full picture now. You know, it's like you're looking at this puzzle, and you know you've only got a few pieces left to put together, and you're just looking back appreciating before you jump back into the bloody scenes.
And they didn't slow down on those either, because already at the end had that was hectic.
Yeah.
My one view of the episode was like I feel like it had like many, like about 3 or 4 key moments.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the Riding of the Dragon by Jon. Jon is a Targaryen. The guy. Then the only. But the only thing that
almost forgot about
that I didn't like was it was so predictable. Like we've all like seen it on a YouTube theory video or channel. So everything I knew already before the episode to say John is gonna get a dragon.
Yeah.
John is a Targaryen. That like it's like most it's like because
I don't go that deep into. I try not to like get the
I'm just
theories
saying,
and
yeah.
So yeah.
So like me as a guy who actually, it was like everything like already expected. So nothing wowed me to say, chagu. So I'm hoping like going forward, like episodes 2, Ugu, there'll be some things that I didn't expect.
Yeah. Did you expect Cersei to get laid?
Nah, but that was so well played. Like I enjoyed that scene.
Yeah, that scene was crazy.
Okay, that wasn't well played. Like she was like, okay, if you want a whore, okay, go buy or something, and then if you want a queen, earn it.
So that apparently that was like the strongest like
it only
line
took
ever.
It only took the guy like 30 seconds for
to change her mind
to earn a queen. So that was like what messed up.
Yeah. I choked.
Damn. Okay, Dust just posed the question to me. What does, because OT just talked about how you watch some goatee
GOT.
videos online, but what does the most hardcore Game of Thrones guys?
What does the most hardcore Game of Thrones fan watch?
Do what does he do? Like, plus the YouTube videos? Does he have like his whole bedroom like wallpapers? Blah
like
blah
the
blah.
most
Like when is it?
hardcore fan.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I'm just thinking here because I'm not
because I'm kind of expecting somebody here to just bring up our guys. Last episode, watching party. Like
somebody told me it was like what I say, like there was a meme, like a meme video which went through where it was like it was Photoshop, of course, or like where it was like a big screen.
That was Photoshop. I thought it was real.
Nah, that was real. We saw. We saw. Now you can just check on the video, like on the corners, you can see that it's just a planted like screen.
But that's totally possible. It's not an
possible,
impossible
but then
thing.
that scene it's been used like during the World Cup. That was there. So that was like it's like a photo. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
so like somebody was like telling me, I said, why didn't you guys throw a watching party? I was like,
we could do that. We could do that.
I have a question for OT. So as a super fan, do you speak Dothraki?
That's what a super fan would do. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a super fan. Like there are people who like. I just watch when I'm bored. I go on YouTube and watch some theories about like how Game of Thrones is gonna end. Yeah. So like I knew this little things, but then like there are people who actually like have read the books. I haven't read the books, so like people are better in a position to like see.
Yeah, I'm happy for people that read the books because now the series has surpassed the books.
Yeah.
So now at least they also get to like enjoy the issue, the suspense a bit. Because it would have been hard for me to watch and knowing that like this guy's gonna die eventually, shit like that. I wanted to be shocked when it happens. You know what I mean?
I think it's still. I get what you're saying, but I think it's still dope to like the scene and now you're like, okay, how did they do it? People to watch the show and see, okay, how did they make this scene? Yeah, because that's my experience with some things.
That's cool and all, but bro, like. King Joffrey is going to die at his wedding, like shit like that. They already knew. Yeah, they knew shit like that, right? But I'm saying that I had no idea. You know what I mean? I'm just like watching. No, if they're there, no. My point is, when they're reading the book, they knew. Then now they're watching the item, so it's like they know that it's his wedding. Somehow he's gonna die. No, I get you. The cinematics, how they'll play it out. How his face, his expression. That's cool. But dude, the element of surprise.
I'm with Mac here bro. To say like if I didn't know that like John was a Targaryen. And then John was going to get a dragon. If I didn't know these elements, episode 1 for me would have been like, banging. Because it was like a wow factor. But then you're like, you already know these things.
No,
and then
but the Targaryen thing was in the last issue season, episode 7.
It was just hinted. Like,
he told Samuel, the three-eyed raven, Bran, had told the whole story.
Yeah.
He told him, Goody, or John is not this. He told him everything. So it was already a thing. It was just now them telling him the message. How he'll react to like...
He'll get the dragon. Okay. Yeah, but then it's just like... Just it's that to say
Yeah.
where there's elements where the potential of them being like those elements where you're just like, hey, how about way and kind like my twist. Like when I'm watching a movie or a series, what I look for is the twist where something happens that you weren't expecting. That's where you get that moment to say, hey, I'm in it.
Yeah.
It.
My point is that the people who read the book also experienced that. Yeah. But yeah, because it's the same thing. They also didn't know. The difference is that now, because you're watching a show, it's a more collective feeling. Because when you're reading the book, you might be the only one reading the book. But then now, because like it's 100 of us watching it, you can share this like, hey, yo, guys, amazing.
I think the viewership, I think it's almost like 1 billion, I think.
Yeah, so in that sense, then,
that's a good element as well. So it's like I like how like even DSTV got multi-choice. Yeah, like normally, like when there's a show, like you get it like a week after, or like all the other shows I watch. Yeah. You don't get them like in real time, but then they know how big this season is, and they have it airing at like the same time.
I'm sure it wasn't cheap.
They invested a lot.
I'm sure it wasn't cheap,
I like shout out to them for doing that.
Yeah, man. I wish Malawian like TV would be able to invest that much. All right, so check this out, yo. This is totally different, but I've been trying to get into this topic for a while. There's this conversation that I had with a guy, and we're talking about, when Malawians get the opportunity to travel. I think that he went to like China with a group of other people and stuff for like a training, and it was, a dope opportunity, everything paid for, whatnot. And then there were like 6 Malawians that went, right? Yeah. And then out of those 6, only 2 were attending the workshops and the trainings. Yeah. Him and some other guy. Yeah. And then it's like, yo, dude, our country brought us out here so that we could like get knowledge and all of that to go like, back to our communities and whatever, and like take back that little piece of knowledge and build something. Yeah. But apparently one of the guys told him, good ass, say, yo, this is like my 3rd time coming to this workshop. This dude is like, he's got connects. Yeah. That's it. He just likes the idea of like going to China once in a while and shit like that. And I'm just like, why do Malawians like enjoy just like getting outside of the country, and then they're not even trying to get anything out of it, but like, let me just go. Let me fly out and fly back in, and that's it.
You know what? I think traveling like globally is not a big thing. Like, it is a big thing, but like a lot of people haven't really traveled outside of like their towns, their villages. It's just that when Malawians travel, they try to milk them, those trips, but not in the most productive way. So somebody else would go out there, go to China, seek this knowledge, come back and be the smartest person around, But instead, you'd rather go there and buy some shoes and some,
I think it's that whole. I don't know. I think there's an expression for this. I don't know. But then, someone who comes from, I don't want to trash Malawians, but someone who comes from nothing, and then, or let's use Premier Bet, right? You bet, you're coming from, you have a poor background, you don't have, your job sucks, and then you bet, got 2 hands, or 3 grand even, and then you get 100 million. You're not gonna be smart. I don't know. You might not be smart about that money, and no one's gonna blame you like, hey, you're gonna be a little stupid. Even what's his name, the boxer. There was some boxer. Yeah, Mike Tyson. I think he does some dumb shit. Like he has a tiger or something. Like when you get something nice, or when you're in a good position, I think if you're coming from a like sort of trash background, you're not gonna be able to see far enough to use it wisely. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. That makes perfect sense. And just to like back Malawians up, like traveling and then wanting to like just go to places, even though you don't have like the justification for it. Like that's not just exclusive to Malawians. Like there is. It's
everyone
like everyone like if there's an opportunity to say you're going somewhere, it'll be like it's paid. You would take it. Like people like to see new places and shit. And actually, I heard from somewhere say you learn a lot just by, just to get 2 days. For example, let's say in Amsterdam, you're gonna learn a lot. Just even if it's just business ideas, guys. It's just how people interact. Like you learn a lot just by traveling. So like man. I want to like just.
Yeah, I always say like I had this crazy idea that like I don't know if there's any listeners out there that are trying to like start an NGO. Imagine if there was like a whole NGO where like Malawians just apply to like travel somewhere for like a week and come back. It's not like you're going to a workshop on this and that. You're just traveling to just take in the scenery, just take in the city, and then come back with dope ideas.
I think
like,
I think there is something like this. I don't
For
know.
real?
It's not an NGO per se, but then I'm there. It's a 10 Ventures. Like you, okay. It's not an NGO. Then you pay, like you invest. Let's say, for example, I'm just thinking, 100,000 to say, okay, initial investment, and then you're supposed to like get network marketing. You're supposed to like get like 2 other people to like invest.
Oh, yeah, fuck that.
Invest in that.
Those guys that try to sell you products, those guys?
It's not products. It's just investing in traveling.
Yeah.
Like as soon as that you get to a level, like I'm just missing it. As soon as you get to a level where you've brought like those guys got two, then you're like entitled to a vacation somewhere outside. Not selling anything. Yeah. It's just you putting 100,000. So if you get 2 people to get 100,000,
I get it.
and those guys get 2.
Yeah.
When that happens, you get like a vacation somewhere outside.
Traveling banking conde. Type of
type of thing. So
but that's dope. I mean, like
traveling
that's
is
dope because
it's underrated. I feel like traveling is underrated.
Yeah, that's dope because that's like that's different because it's like a thing where you have to invest and you have to commit to something. But I mean, like a thing where you're giving opportunity to people that could not like access that travel, and then they just literally out on like just applying from like their headspace or where they are at, they should just be able to like go somewhere and take that in for a vacation and come back. I think that they'll learn a lot from that.
Yeah, you know, it's possible. It's just that people maybe just don't believe it.
Yeah.
You know, because group traveling becomes like so much cheaper. You know, and there's opportunities, there's programs, there's exchange programs that people want to do. You know, there's kids from Europe who want to see Africa. You know, you exchange some students from here and send them there. You know, that's something that people are down for. But it's like, can this really happen? Can we actually do it? And Malawians have this fear of doing something new. So, you know, they'll trash it even before they try anything.
All right, that's dope. Okay, but now because we don't have like items like that, you have niggas that get on like real important issues. This is an innovators meeting or something, or conference in like some country where people have to like learn shit. You know what I mean? Like they go into like workshops the whole week and stuff like that. And then you have these motherfuckers that are just chilling in the hotel, just going shopping and things like that. They're not taking in any of the knowledge. They don't care about taking anything back. And they're just trying to appreciate something outside of Malawi. And it's like, dude, come on, what are you doing to like help? Because there's people that have put money together for you to get this fucking knowledge.
I think we have to accept to say like not everybody is doing what they're doing to help a bigger cause. Yeah. Like I feel like naturally, guys, we're like programmed to be selfish.
Yeah.
So like there's other people who like get away from that natural programming to like look for a bigger cause, like something that transcends just the one person. But then, like naturally, like the man, like the human, Homo sapien, is a selfish being. Yeah.
Should we really? Because you know how they say things like one man can change the world. So usually one person.
You learn to get it on your own.
Usually one person is directing a whole, like one person will build a whole building or whatever. So in this sense, in this whole thing, you're saying some people end up going to these workshops and they're not even learning anything or whatever. Maybe the fault could be in the system and how these people are recruited, or like how they decide to.
I had a chat. I'm not sure if it's here or somewhere else. I had a chat with this when you have somebody who's like pure to say, I want to like make an impact, not just on myself. I want to like make a change on people. And then when you get into like what you're saying, a system where people are accustomed to like selfish gains, like you are the outcast then. You know, like if you get into a system, as you're saying, to say if you get into a system, even though you have like your your selfless beliefs and way of thinking. If you get into that system and then you're trying to like implement whatever it is you actually hold dear, you are going to be the outcast, and then you're going to be cast out.
I get that. I think in that case, you just need to learn how to play the game.
Yeah.
You know, you just need to learn how do I finesse?
If I went into government right now, regardless of like my principles and the things that I believe in, but then if I go into government and then I got this job after like hunting for it for like 4 months, and I actually get into there, I don't want to like just piss off people. What the fuck? What? What boss? I was like on a roll, like trying to hammer down a point, and then you're gonna like ask what?
Yo, we got some background music playing, and Mac is not a fan of it.
I said, Mac is toxic. What's wrong with that song?
Yo, let talk.
All right, no, go back to your train, bro. Get back on that train, nigga. All right, sorry about that, but yeah, we got your point. Really dope. So should we wrap up now? No, I said
fuck this thing. I said
that was a dope point.
I said I promised I want to like cuss anymore, but then fuck this thing.
Nice.
Calm down, guys.
All right, cool. Yeah. I hope you heard that, guys. OT gave you an order. Fuck this guy. So. 099. Hit me up. Yeah.
Dial 5532. Fuck this nigga.
That's funny. All right. So yeah, man. Dope topic. You want to say something?
This is actually going back to the first topic. I just been asking why no one here seems excited about the Nyasa music issue. Do you guys think it's gonna be whack?
I think
It
we're not that cool.
It wasn't in my face enough.
I think we're just not that cool. Like we're not people that get excited about certain events, like especially like turn up events. I think us guys. I'm speaking.
That's exactly what makes us cool.
Okay, but we're not like mainstream cool. Like we're not, because we think that's cool, but I think people don't think that's cool. The people that are like, yo, I'm gonna like get to hang out with Nasty C and the VIP Chan, those are the cool people. They'll get like nice pictures. They'll post that'll look cool. That'll be mainstream cool.
It's cool if
you wanna know,
he gets to hang with me.
You know.
Yeah,
but actually, he's right. You know what? Because out of the few, somewhat famous people that I've been around, they don't want the super fan. They want the guy who's chilling, who's doing what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Those are the spaces that they want to be in. So we are the cool kids.
Niggas just broke. Niggas just broke.
Yeah, I don't know why Akulu for the first time doesn't wanna like say how broke.
We're the cool kids right now. What the fuck, man? Niggas just broke.
Yo, no, but like, look, honestly, I just think that if they're coming to us, we would have had a different conversation. I don't like having to travel all the way to Blantyre to turn up. I think that it does not make sense in my head. I don't want to do 5 hours to turn up.
And a Blantyre event versus an Els event.
Yeah.
Don't you think there's different standards there?
It's define events, like...
Okay, I don't know what I can compare. Yeah. I want to say Wafe or even Bath compared to... Let's use jazz.
Yeah.
The vibe at jazz, where can you get that kind of vibe in?
No.
I can't find it. 2015?
Fusion or whatever. Is it Infusion?
Yeah, Fusion is nice.
Yeah, but I hear it's like this room.
You can't get you can't get Infusion vibe in Els because Okay, let me. I'm an Els nigga. Yeah. I look for spots when it's like 8 p.m.
But I hear it's
PM.
tiny, bro.
I don't know where to go. Exactly. That's the good thing about it. It's intimate. It's just you don't need like a lot of people for it to be popping.
No, I hear it's tiny and it's packed all the time. That's what I heard. I've never been. Never been.
Anyway, just to say, we're talking about the Nyasa Music Fest. Like for some reason, I just feel like something is missing. It could be just something's missing in my pockets, but then something is missing for the fact where when it's like a big event, which I thought this would be. Yeah. For example, Lake Stars, because like I feel like the artists they have headlining it, like they could like do a Lake Stars like caliber type of event.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because it's being held in Blanta and at a stadium, and then
Yeah.
it's you
I'm
go
not feeling
there.
the stadium idea.
I'm
not feeling the
as
stadium
compared to
idea.
when you're at a lake. It's like I bang a perform turn.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
You're doing something
I'm
else.
gonna be in the beach,
like-
checking out. Like
Look,
I'm gonna be swimming, Johnny. So like, yeah.
I think that
I feel
look,
like there's
if
something
there are
missing.
other
I'm not sure what
activities
it is.
missing,
Yep. But then you have like Coachella, which is in the desert.
Yeah.
You know, what's this?
I
Something.
said, bro, we can't relate to that. That's the
No,
problem.
no, no. But I'm saying like you see the photos. You see the photos.
Guess I'm just trying to process how this nigga thinks.
No,
Coachella, as in
No. I get what you're saying. It's not the same thing.
My thing is, okay, I also have a problem with how it's Nyasa Music Festival and all the headliners like are not they're not Malawian. No, they're headlining? Like Goody, the big names on the poster.
The larger font.
The larger font.
that makes a difference. If
Hell
you're
yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. I'm not reading number 32.
No. Those guys are number 4. Like, let's say, like the Malawian artist is number 4.
I'm sorry,
You
bro.
think Drake is gonna allow being in tiny font?
Drake won't say it, boss.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's not
That's an
discuss
example.
Drake.
Oh my
Damn,
god!
that's
All
it.
right.
All right, we're out of time apparently. So yeah, great episode, guys. I'm not feeling the music in the background. If like by some chance I feel kind of mellow right now, it's because of this goddamn music, bro. Like I say, what's going on? Can I play the music next time? I say?
Khalid.
Yo, I say,
Khalid.
it's like it's bringing me down.
Try to tell
You know what? I came into this episode like on a high because I was excited because from the last one, a lot of things were cleared out. I was finally happy, but yeah, can someone else play music next time?
If at all you attribute your failures to something else, you will never be great. You will never be great.
All right,
Take responsibility,
on that
motherfucker.
bombshell, on that bombshell.
Hold on, no. Yo, Zalsa, still calm.
All right.
Sad boy Lou, feel good Fridays. Mac, finish
Yeah,
up.
like I'll never be great, but here we go.
Anyway, yo.
Hey, greet on.
Yo, let me finish. Yo, everybody, thanks for listening. Check us out on zalosaarts.com. We have other projects, Sad Boy Lou, Colors of the Mind, Feel Good Friday, Feel Good Fridays. Yes. So please keep checking us out. Follow us on Twitter,
Make
Instagram,
life worth living.
SoundCloud, Facebook, all that. Zalos Arts. We're out.
Yeah. What did I do?